When you're shipping out a whole bunch of packages, those shipping costs can get really out of hand. Here's some tips and tricks to help you cut those costs down a little bit. What's going on, everybody? It's Comics for Cheap. Before we go any further, hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel. I'm dropping content on this YouTube channel as often as I can, trying to share my knowledge with you guys. A lot of people have asked me before how I deal with sending 50 to 60 boxes a week, how I manage that shipping cost. Honestly, if you're charging correctly for your shipping, you shouldn't have an issue, but there are some tips and tricks that you might not know about that'll help you save a little bit, but really what you're saving should be reinvested back into your packing supplies. So any cost that you're cutting throughout the shipping process should be reinvested back into proper boxes, cardboard, bubble wrap, that kind of thing as far as your shipping supplies go. But here are some tips and tricks. Number one, pirateship.com. Pirateship is awesome. It saves you time when you're putting in your labels. If you know your customer's name, you just start typing the customer's name and it autofills if you've shipped to them before, which is awesome. It finds you the lowest rate that it can for USPS packaging. Really everything that I ship is USPS, so this website really helps me out a lot. I don't use UPS or FedEx really at all, unless I'm shipping a huge package, and that doesn't happen very often. So Pirateship is pretty much your best bet as far as printing labels at home. Okay, so as far as choosing which package you should ship the comics in, obviously that's going to depend on how many comics you're shipping out, or maybe you're shipping out a slab, which could be different. It also depends where your client lives, where your customer is located, which we'll get into it a little bit later, and that can help you decide which box to use. Let me just go over all the ones that I use, and then I'll help you make your decision for the future. Number one, if I'm doing 1 to 10 comic books, my preferred method of shipping is going to be the USPS padded flat rate mailer. Padded flat rate envelope is my number one choice. Recently, they've been running a little bit low as far as their supply, so sometimes as a backup, I go with the USPS flat rate envelope, just like their regular one. As long as you're using the proper cardboard, the boxes that you saw in my previous video, it should be okay. I just prefer the padded ones when I can. That extra bubble wrap is just that extra layer of protection. Second, I ship up to 40 to 45 comics at a time, just depending. So if it's in that range, your next step is going to be the medium flat rate box. They have the box 1, which is the shorter, squatter box, and box 2, which is the longer, flatter box. This one, great for shipping slabs in. Okay, and max amount of slabs that you should be shipping at a time is 3 in a box like this if it's really well protected. Even 3 is pushing it. 1 or 2 should really do the trick. That's what I ship in these. I don't really ship regular comic books in this because regular comic books fit fine in here, even with bubble wrap and added protection. So this is what I go to when I'm shipping 11 to 45 really pushing it books, and over 45 I charge them for another package to send out. Now let's get into the boxes that people don't really know so much about. This was a tip that was passed along to me a couple of years ago, and it's kind of a USPS well-kept secret. You have to search for them. They don't really advertise this at all. You're not going to see it when you walk into your USPS local home office. You have to order them through the website, and they take a while to get to you, so you got to order them ahead of time. And really what I do is I order them as soon as I get a package of them in, so when I get them in, it kind of cues me to order the next batch in, if that makes sense. And what I'm talking about are regional rate boxes. Now, what's important about regional rate boxes is they charge for distance, and it's not a set price. So I live in North Carolina. If I'm shipping up and down the East Coast, I use regional rate boxes. They save you money, and like I said, that money is just reinvested back into my packing supplies, and it's actually great for my business model as far as that money being reinvested. Now, I don't ship regional boxes across to, let's say, like California, because again, they charge you by distance. So they would charge a lot more to ship a lot farther than, let's say, if I were shipping to someone even in North Carolina. From North Carolina to North Carolina, it's a lot cheaper. So regional rate boxes, they have a regional rate A, which is going to be a smaller box. Only box 2 is going to be one that can fit comic books. Usually you could fit up to about 20 in here, nice and bubble wrapped, and then you just have to put packing paper or an air bubble to fill the rest of the spot here. So regional rate A, they're not big enough to hold a slab, so don't try to ship slabs in them. But regional rate A, box 2, regional rate box B. Regional rate box B. Now this one is going to be very similar to the medium flat rate box. It's actually, let's see if I can show you. It's actually a little bit bigger than the medium flat rate box. These are awesome for holding a bunch of comic books. You could fit up to about 40-ish, 45, just like the medium one. But the difference, of course, being if your client lives a little bit closer to where you're located, you can use these. The difference being, instead of paying $15 for a medium flat rate box, you'll pay about $10, $12 for a regional B. And again, like I said, that money that you're saving should be going into the extra bubble wrap, cardboard, supplies that you've got going on. Regional rate B boxes have a longer size too. You can choose size A or size 1 and size 2. These are perfect for shipping slabs. And just as a comparison, here is the medium flat rate box of like the long skinny, and then your regional rate B on this side over here. Actually, sometimes what I do is I'll package up the slab and put it into the medium flat rate, and then this will actually fit inside of this, and it gives you even extra protection. You'll double box it in, and it's perfect. So I really like the regional rate boxes. You have to search for them on USPS's website and order them, but you'll actually find that if you're shipping a lot of stuff, it'll save you a lot of money, and that money can be reinvested into perfect shipping as far as your supplies and everything like that. I hope that helps. I hope you learned a little something. If you don't know about the regional rate boxes, well, now you do. You can go ahead and order them. Again, please, I'm a new channel. Make sure you like, subscribe. I'm dropping content all the time. Go into my description. You'll find my merchandise and apparel shop on Etsy and eBay. Buying a shirt, hoodie, hat, anything like that really helps support what I do. I hope you guys continue to ship safely, and as always, stay villainous.